I have a new movement for you. It's to help you come out of some of the roots of the hunched postures that rounds the shoulders and hunches us forward. And a lot of that's just stress response. That's what your system got good at. It practiced it. It had a go to strategy of curling you up. Maybe it's pulling you toward withdrawal. Let's try this one. I call it the bow. Imagine just a long bow with a string connecting those points. And it is like this long bow. If you bent it too much in one spot, it might break. We want the bow to be long and continuous. As you're lying there, find your easy breathing. What's the softest you could breathe? What place is that your softest breathing? Think about the space between the fronts of your shoulders. Try taking the same easy breathing into that. Breathe the fronts of the shoulders apart compared to the easiest breathing wherever that is in your body. The easy breathing, really soft. What's the softest? Bring that same effort up to the upper chest. Does it open? That's our before observation. So here's the thing about the bow. In many of the movements, the shoulders hinge forward, but that's not the bow. That's just hinging the shoulders. We're going to keep this upper arm in line with the shoulder blade. There's a little socket, the glenoid fossa, that is like a shallow spoon, and that's the socket that your shoulder blade has for your upper arm. We're just going to keep those all in alignment. We're not going to hinge the shoulders with this one. As the shoulders come up off the floor, hollowing out and bowing the front of the chest, the elbows just come up along for the ride. It's sort of like this. I'm sinking the chest to aim the socket of the shoulders up higher and higher, just closing that up. That's it. Bowing the front of the upper chest. We're going to come out of that really slowly. Now, if you want to have more opening, you can get rid of the pillow or have as little pillow as possible. Gentle on the neck. Closing on up. Sink the front of the chest. Push it down to the floor. Shine the sockets of the shoulder blades up a little bit. The shoulders are not hinging. The elbows are rising up with the hollowing of the chest. Okay. And open out of that. The hands and head are just one unit. Gentle. Don't make the neck do it. We don't even care about lifting the head. Try not to lift the head very much. The chest sinks to pull the shoulders together, to hollow the front of the chest. Just make the chest sink. And opening slowly out of that. Breathe up high into the chest. Oh, yeah. You might be really strong at this contraction. You might be very good at it. Let's go a little more softly. Breath into that upper front chest and sinking the chest, pushing the upper front chest down into the floor to pull the fronts of the shoulders together, like you're sliding the collarbones toward each other to push the sternum to the floor. The shoulders are not hinging. We're not doing that. That's it. Let the head be heavy in those hands. Well, there you go. Head pushes back in the hands a little bit. Opening slowly the bow of the front of the chest. Not a big stretch. Just breathe it open. Closing on up. Hollow the chest. Bow the front of the body. Can the hollowing front bring the elbows up that lifts the hands and the head is pushing into the hands. The front of the neck is relaxed. That head's really pushing back in those hands, isn't it? Open slowly, slowly. Gentle, gentle. Can you relax it? Open. Does your brain know what it's like to relax this place? That's what we're thinking about. Can you show your brain how to relax these places that are so good at running? You're very strong in these ways. You might be. And just do two more. The gentle breath in. Exhale. Hollow the front of the chest that pushes that upper back into the floor. Hollow it out. Make that beautiful bow. Like there's a giant sphere, huge beach ball resting on the front of the body. That's it. Open out of that. Slowly. Relaxing in steps, maybe. Breathing into it. Breathing into the place that doesn't know how to open to encourage it to open. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Last one, a breath in. Is there constriction? Close the place that's constricted, or else just close it, squeeze the air out. Don't let it run away with you into the contraction. It's easy. Okay. The elbows, they're just being pulled up by the closing front. Open slowly. Slow breath cycles. Breath cycles. That's it. That's it. You've got it. Okay. Get that pillow back. Let's see how we're doing now. Find your easy breathing. Where is the breathing? What's the softest you can breathe? Breathe gently into that upper chest, upper front chest. What's the softest you can breathe there? Breathing into the abdomen. Just let it breathe wherever it wants. Where does it want to breathe? Is it easy? Did you make more easy breathing for yourself? That's all we're trying to do here. Can you teach your brain to let it be easier to breathe? Those breathing tensions are taking up your slack. They're boiling over out into the periphery. The root of it is in your breathing. I promise you, I can show you if you don't believe me. Drop me an email if you don't believe it. I can show you it's true. I'm Eric Cooper, inspiresomatics.com. Blessings on your journey. Yeah, that's pretty good.